Hi guys, thanks for tuning in. So in this quick video, I want to talk to you about how to start out as a filmmaker, how you're going to get clients, how you're going to get the work that you want to do, and how personally I did it. So coming up. Hi guys, my name is Paul, I'm a German filmmaker, and this channel is all about filmmaking gear reviews but also DaVinci Resolve tutorials. So if that's something that you're interested in, consider subscribe, I would really appreciate that. So I started out a couple years ago and I had no clue what I was doing. And in this video I want to share my experience with you, how I got from filming just weddings for now filming like Adidas commercials, Porsche commercials, something like that. So in this industry, and how you can apply the same for yourself. So the first paid gig that I did was a pure coincidence because I was shooting a wedding for a friend and he was a wedding photographer and he asked me, hey, would you shoot a video for them? And I've done never something like that. And I said, yeah, of course, let's do it. And I did that and actually it went quite well. And also the client was happy and I've shot a couple other weddings with him. And I liked the work and also the client liked the work, but it was never something like that where I was, okay, that's something what I want to do, because I was always like, in sports. So I said, hey, I want to do something in sports. And then I was asking myself, hey, what I can do. And I realized when I reach out to clients, if it was a small business, a restaurant, something like that, working with businesses, they always never hired me because they always looked at my portfolio and they always saw like weddings. For example, if you want to do only weddings, that's totally fine. That's also the way you're going to approach it. But the first thing that you have to ask yourself is, what's the niche I'm going to work with, and what should be your main focus? What should be the industry, the niche that you want to work in? For me, it was always like working with corporate clients, especially working in the sports industry. So I knew, okay, I needed a portfolio about work that I did for related clients, that the client that I'm reaching out to has an imagination of what the video will look like. And it will never look like something like a wedding, right? So I asked a few friends, can we shoot like a commercial gig? The first video what I've done was like a shoe commercial, something like that. And I've shot a bunch of them, and I think it was like 5 projects that I did for free for either businesses that I had a connection with or a friend was working there. I just offered them my service. But I also had my requirements, what I gonna want to express in the video, so that way I can make sure that the video turns out the way that I want to, that I'm happy with that, and that way I can use it for reaching out to clients. So that's something that you have to be very precise with when you talk to that specific client. And then I also shoot, I think, like 3 various different projects in terms of like shoe commercial, clothing, something like that. And I did that, and then when I had this portfolio, I built up my website, and I wanted to make sure that I also gonna be perceived as the filmmaker that is like into sports, videography. And yeah, from now on, I was just reaching out to different clients, to different agencies, and saying, hey, I'm making films in the industry of sports, and here you're gonna find my references. I would love to work with you, and something like that. So and then I was also noticing that quite doesn't work out that well. So because I got like a few projects here and there, but it was not consistent enough. So I was noticing that I needed to change the way how I'm gonna approach people. And that's very important that you do that the same way. It's always very important that you add value to the client. So today when I come up to a client, I make my research on who's the responsible person, because I don't want to talk with the guy who is working in engineering. I want to talk to the person who is responsible for marketing, social media, commercials, something like that. So I'm gonna search on LinkedIn who is that person, and then I'm gonna give them a call, because I reach out, call the company, say, hey, I have the connection to that guy and I want to speak about this specific project. And then I come up with a specific idea because then I do also my research on what the client is already, or the potential client is already doing in terms of corporate content, video content, and then I come up with my idea, what they can improve and what would be the main benefit for this client. So and then in the cold call, I just reach out and say, hey, my name is Paul Porter and I'm a filmmaker and I've done various different projects for clients like Adidas, and I'm mainly gonna name brands that I've worked with and that are also in the same industry as the client that I'm approaching. And then I said, hey, I've gonna looked over your marketing portfolio and the things that you've done before, and I've noticed that you missed something here and there, and I have a very good idea what we can do in terms of, like, for example, a recruiting video which will help you in the end to get more employees and keep your business running, something like that. So that also very depends on the client. So never just reach out and say, hey, here I am, and then expect everyone will work with you. That's not the case. The people will come to you when they see that you're constantly outputting good work. That's for sure, but you also need to make sure on the other side that you reach out to people, and that always requires that you do your homework. So therefore, I meant, like, make your research on who's the potential guy in the company that you want to talk to, and also come up with some sort of idea and concept that you have in mind, which really adds value to their business. Because at the end of the day, every business wants to make money, right? And if you can make sure that the video or that the asset that you are producing is helping them to reach their goal in terms of making more revenue, getting more employees, something like that, then your service is very valuable for that client. So that was basically the way how I did it, but my way is not the highway. So therefore I'm asking you, what is the method that you use for getting clients and for reaching out to people, and how you're gonna sustain your company, your video production business? Tell me in the comments below so everybody can learn from each other. And if you have any further questions, just also drop them in the comments below or ask me on Instagram, and I'm gonna see you in my next video. Cheers!